Vamos a retomar el punto que estábamos viendo ayer. Sí, un poquito más de repaso en esta sesión y nos vamos a la lección número 1 de la unidad 1 de una vez. ¿Ok? So, as you may remember from yesterday, we are reviewing some of the most important topics of the of the second course we had of the level number 2. So one of the things we saw in the past level was the use of the passive voice. Now, I don't know if you remember, but the passive voice is when we change the main character to become, or the main subject to become as a secondary subject, and change the structure of the sentence, but not the meaning. The meaning of the sentence is the same. I mean, I am saying the same thing. It's just changing the order. Okay. So the exercise says, practice change each statement from active voice to passive voice. Use a by phrase if it's important to mention who performs the action. Okay. If it's not important, you don't have to use it. But if it's important, of course, we need to use it. For example, number 1, it says Gabriel Garcia Marquez wrote 100 Years of Solitude in 1967. Okay. How can I change this into the passive voice? I'm going to help you with this first one. So remember that what we have to see is the verb. Okay. The verb is wrote. So because this is in the past, I have to go with, let me real quick. So Gabriel Garcia Marquez is the first character. Wrote is the verb. It's in the past, the simple past. And then I have to go with 100 Years of Solitude in 1967. So how can I start my sentence? It's going to be like 100 Years of Solitude. Okay. Now, in what time is the next verb? The verb is going to be the verb be. Remember that. Okay. But it can be is, or was, or where, or are, etc. It depends. 100 Years of Solitude is a book. Okay, so this is going to be as it. Okay, but in what time am I going to write the verb be? It can be is, or it can be was. Which one is the correct one? It depends on the time of this verb. Okay, this verb is the simple past of write. Okay, so the most important is that this verb is established in the simple past. Now, how can I ask which one of these two is the correct? We're gonna go with was, okay? Because we have simple past. So 100 Years of Solitude was, and then the verb wrote has to go in the past participle. So in this case, we were gonna have written, okay? 100 Years of Solitude was written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez in 1967. Okay, that's how we change from the active to the passive voice. Okay, let's make a few examples and see how you can, if you remember this or not, it's fine. Let's try to practice this. So number 2, Andrea. People eat fried cheese balls for lunch or snacks. How can we change this? Into the passive voice. Again, people eat fried cheese balls for lunch or snacks. Okay.
Sería
in English, it would be
lunch or snacks.
Okay, what is the verb here?
Eat.
Eat. Okay, so people eat fried cheese balls for lunch or snacks. Okay. Now,
fried cheese balls.
Now the verb has to be. Okay. Now is it going to be in the present or the past? It depends on this verb, okay? Remember that.
Oh,
In what tense is this verb conjugated?
are
Very good.
eat,
Eat, but this verb has to be in the past participle, remember that.
eaten.
Eaten. Yes. Okay.
Mm,
For lunch or
for
snacks.
lunch or snacks.
Now, is it important to say by people?
No.
Not in this case, right? It's not like here. Gabriel Garcia Marquez is the author of the book. Here is very important to say who. But in exercise number 2 or in example number 2, it's not necessary. So can you read the entire phrase, please?
Fried cheese balls are eaten for lunch or snacks.
Correct. Thank you very much, Andrea. Good job. Number 3, let's go with Christy. Can you help me with number 3, please? The Spanish artist Diego Velázquez painted Las Meninas in 1656. 1656. I'm sorry, 1656. Now, how can we organize this to be in the passive voice?
Las meninas.
Uh-huh.
Las meninas.
Is the verb be? Is it going to be in the present or in the past?
Yeah, was.
Okay, what? It's going to be in the past, correct. But Las Meninas is plural, so we go with where, okay? Okay, Las Meninas where?
Painted.
Painted. Yes.
By artist Diego Velázquez.
Okay, but by the Spanish artist Diego Velázquez in 1656. Okay, in 1656. Can you please read the entire sentence, Christine?
Las meninas were painted by the Spanish artist Diego Velázquez in 1656.
Correct. Thank you so much. Next one, Diana, number 4, please. People turn down the beds every night at the Gates Hotel.
The beds
Mhm.
are turned down
The beds are turned down.
by people.
Okay. Okay, question. Is it important to say that people do it?
Okay, no.
Not in this case, right?
Okay, the beds are turned down every night
Mhm.
at Gates Hotel.
The Gates Hotel. Perfect. Okay, the beds are turned down every night at the Gates Hotel. That's it. It's not important to say by people, right? Not in this particular case. Thank you, Diana. Good job. And the last one, please, Andrea. Can you help me with number 5?
Yes. Mm,
If you have trouble, I can go with this one, okay?
mhm.
How do you start it? Mhm,
Mangoes.
mhm.
Mangoes. Was.
Is it in the past? Grow, is it in the past?
I don't know.
No, grow is in present. Okay,
Okay.
so
Are
yes.
groweth.
Grown. This is an irregular verb. Mhm.
Grown. Mm, in many countries around the world.
Correct. around the world. Is it important to say by they?
No.
Not in this case. Good job. Thank you. So it's just a reminder. I don't know if probably you don't remember this very, very fresh. And I get that. I mean, it's not, we don't use this every day, but it's important to keep it in mind, okay? It's important to have it there. Now, one more, I think we have time for 1 or 2 more exercises of review, and then we go with the grammar lesson, all right? So the past continuous. It says complete the paragraph with the past continuous or the simple past tense. Remember, it depends if we use the past continuous or the simple past tense. Now, I'm going to help you with the first example, and so you can see the difference here. Now, remember, the past continuous is used for an action that was happening in the past, and you want to say, you want to be very specific about the action happening in the past, okay? And the simple past is used for actions that are finished, okay? It's not important to say that they were happening, okay? For example, I'm gonna give you an example here, okay? I was driving my car when the light signal went off, okay? I was driving my car, was driving, past continuous. I was driving my car when the light signal went off. So went off is simple past, right? So check on the difference. The first one is, it's important to say that this was happening when this happened, okay? Or I can say, I was driving my car, I was driving my car while my mom was driving hers. Okay, I was driving my car while my mom was driving hers. We were both driving at the same time, but it's important to say that we were driving. I want to say this in the past continuous, okay? So the first one here is, you're going to use have a problem yesterday, okay? So which one do you think, Diana, we're going to use here? Was having or had? I don't know. Can you open your mic, Diana, please?
Sorry, I was in mute. I was having a problem yesterday.
Okay, careful. Is it important to say it in the past continuous here? Is there any more context, or you just want to tell me that you had a problem yesterday? Okay. I don't know if you check on the difference. In the example I gave you here, I was driving my car when, okay? I'm connecting two ideas, or while, okay? So here, I'm just telling you a problem yesterday. That's it. So go with?
I have a problem yesterday.
Correct, but in simple past, it would be, I had. Correct. I had a problem yesterday, okay? Can you continue, please?
While I was looking up some information.
Perfect. While I was looking up okay? While I was looking up some information on the internet, okay? Christy, I find great website with some cool applications. I found or I was finding.
I was finding.
Okay, careful. Diana said, while I was looking up some information on the internet, we're gonna have found, okay?
Okay.
I found. I'm gonna read everything. While I was looking up some information on the internet, I found a great website, some cool applications. She, or this person was not trying to find a great website with some cool applications. He was looking for some information, but while he was looking or she was looking up some information on the internet, he or she found a great website with some cool applications. Okay, is that more clear?
Yes.
Okay, now, so I decide to download one of them. I was deciding, or I decided. Christy.
So I was deciding, I see.
Okay, so I was deciding to download one of them, but there's a final dot here. Okay, so we're not connecting two ideas. So we're gonna have, so I decided to download one of them, one of the applications. Okay, so here we have, I decided to download one of them. Okay, next, Andrea, while I
was doing that.
Can you
My
continue?
computer crashed.
Crashed. Very good.
Crashed.
While I was doing that, my computer crashed. Okay. Diana, I
was trying. I tried restarting.
Yes. But
nothing happened.
correct. I tried restarting, but nothing happened. We don't use past continuous because we are not connecting two ideas. Okay.
Yes.
Can you continue? While I
was trying to solve the problem, the phone rings.
rang.
Rang.
This is in a regular verb. Correct. While I was trying to solve the problem, the phone rang. Okay. It was my friend Mark. Who can help me with this one? He was saying, or he said?
Said.
He said that the website I found had a virus. Okay. Now remember, how can we? I'm going to read everything so you can see how it's supposed to be. Okay. I had a problem yesterday. While I was looking up some information on the internet, I found a great website with some cool applications. So I decided to download one of them. While I was doing that, my computer crashed, okay? The computer shut down. I tried restarting, but nothing happened. While I was trying to solve the problem, the phone rang. It was my friend Mark. He said that the website I found had a virus. Okay? Okay, any questions?
No.
No.
No, it's more clear now? Okay, that's good. That's best. I think we have time for one last exercise before we move on to the grammar or the first lesson of the book. Okay, let's see if you can remember how to use used to or used to. Okay. Complete each sentence with the correct affirmative or negative form of used to or used to. Okay. I like to eat seafood, but now I do. Okay. But now I do. So I didn't used to like, okay, to eat seafood. Okay. I didn't used to like to eat seafood, but now I do. All right, I didn't used to. Remember, if I use didn't, next verb is use, not used. Use. All right, you in the questions as well. Did you use to go to school, etc.? Did. Okay, if I have did, the auxiliary verb here, this one is use. Okay, use, like here. I'm using an auxiliary verb here, didn't. So the main verb is just use. All right. How can we use used? For example, I used to go to the park every morning. Okay. I used. I'm using this one because I don't have an auxiliary verb here. It's just the main verb, and the verb is used. Okay. Is that clear? Do you guys have any questions?
It's clear.
Okay, good. Now let's go with the number 2. Christy, my school be near the mall, but it moved to another location. My school, what? How can we configure this one? I'm sorry, can you open the, oh, there you go. Thank you. Number
My
2.
school. My school.
Uh-huh.
My school used
Uh-huh. Used.
used to be
Mhm.
near
Near the mall.
the mall, but it moved to another location.
Correct. Thank you. My school used to be near the mall, but it moved to another location. Thank you. Number 3, Andrea, this is a question. Can you help me answer it?
Yes. Did used to you?
The verb is go. So, did you?
Did you used to go
Uh-huh.
to the beach a lot when you were a kid?
Okay. Did you used to go to the beach a lot when you were a kid? Correct. Thank you. Number 4, Diana.
Yes. Okay. My brother used to have a tattoo on his arm, but he went to a doctor and she removed it.
Removed it. Removed it.
Removed it.
Correct. My brother used to have a tattoo on his arm, but he went to a doctor and she removed it. Correct. Nice job. Next one. Christy, I be kind of an introvert, but now I like being with lots of people.
I used to be king of my introvert, but now I like be with lots of people.
Correct. I used to be kind of an introvert, but now I like being with lots of people. Nice job. Thank you. And the last one, Andrea, there.
There used to be
Uh-huh.
so many hotels on this street, but now there are lots of them.
Okay. So there used to be, because now there are lots of them. So today we have a lot of hotels. So there used to be, is it affirmative or negative?
Yes.
Because check it. You say there used to be so many hotels on this street, but now there are lots of them. So you are saying the same thing 2 times. So the correct answer here is there didn't use, okay? There didn't used to be so many hotels on Bliss Street, but now there are lots of them. Okay, am I explaining myself? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, because we have the confirmation here, but now there are a lot of them. So before there didn't used to be so many hotels. Okay. Okay, one question for each one of you. Diana, number one, what can you tell me about our city? There didn't used to be.
Again, please.
Yeah, the next one, exercise B. Complete the statements with real information. So, number one,
Okay.
what can you tell me about our city?
Okay. There didn't used to be. There didn't used to be.
Hmm? What didn't we used to have that we have now?
¿Cómo se dice sequía?
Okay, dry out or a water problem. You can say that too.
Okay.
Mhm.
There didn't used to be a water problem in our city.
Correct. There didn't used to be a water supply problem or a water problem in our city. That's correct. Thank you. Good job. Very accurate for the current situation. Number two, Christy, I used to what when I was a kid? Christy?
I used to I used to run when I was kid.
You used to run when you were a kid.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yes.
you don't run anymore?
No,
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay, at times. Okay, yeah, me too. I run for I don't run. I'm kidding. Okay, good job. Two. Number three, Andrea. Can you?
Yes.
There.
I didn't used to like eat
To eat.
to eat avocado, but now I do.
You didn't used to like to eat avocado?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. I've always liked avocado. Avocado or avocado. I think the correct pronunciation is avocado. Okay. But yeah, anyways, so that's a good one. I didn't used to like to eat avocado. Now, I'm gonna ask these questions the last one. The last one, please, Diana, and thank you, Andrea. Diana and Christy. First, Diana, can you answer number three, please?
On the exercise B?
Yeah, the exercise B, number three. I didn't used to like.
Okay. I didn't used to like shrimps, but now I do.
I didn't used to like shrimp, but now I do. Correct. And the last one, Christy, can you help me with that one?
I didn't used to like chicken, but I know.
But now you do. Okay, correct. You don't used to like chicken. Good job. Good job. I don't know what I could say. I didn't used to like the Big Bang Theory, but now I do. I didn't used to like it. I got bored before, but now I like it because my wife likes to watch it all the time, so I get to watch it all the time too. I can say no to that. Okay, anyways, moving on now, we're gonna go with lesson number one, unit number one. The first official subject or topic for this English level number 3. So we're gonna listen to a little conversation model before we start. The name of the lesson is Make Small Talk. We talked about this yesterday, what small talk is and how we can make small talk. So now we're gonna read a little bit about that, and then we're gonna get to the grammar section, okay? Now pay attention on a few details of this conversation, particularly on these questions, okay? This question here, Why? Because it's an affirmative or a way to reaffirm what we are asking, but it's called tag questions. So I'm gonna move on to the conversation model real quick right here. Okay, so pay a lot of attention here.
Page 4. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people meeting and making small talk.
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it? It really is. By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga. I'm Jane Quitt. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Do you mind if I call you Kazuko? Absolutely not. Please do. And please call me Jane.
Okay, very small talk. Okay, informal, easy, but what's important of this? This question, morning, beautiful day, isn't it? Isn't it? It's a confirmation, okay? Now, how can we use this type of questions? We're gonna pay attention to this section of grammar, okay? The name of the topic is tag questions. Use and form, okay? How can we use them? How can we structure them? Now, use tag questions to confirm information you already think is true or to encourage someone to make small talk with you. Okay, what is the meaning of the word encourage? Okay, when you like motivate somebody. Okay, when you want someone to talk and they don't want to talk or they seem very shy or very quiet, if you ask them this type of questions, you encourage them to talk. Okay, like you motivate them. You motivate them. Now, so these are the tag questions. They are used to confirm information you think is true. Okay, but you want them to talk. You want them to confirm. Now, when the statement, this is very important, so take notes. When the statement is affirmative, the tag is negative. Okay, again, when the statement is affirmative, the tag is negative. Okay? When the statement is negative, the tag is affirmative. One more time. When the statement is negative, the tag, is affirmative. Okay? Now, for example, Diana, let me ask you a question. What is your mother's name? Real quick.
Diana.
Diana. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Excuse me, your mother's name is Diana, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, exactly. But the question I made was, your mother's name is Diana, isn't it? So I make an affirmative statement, okay? What is the affirmative statement here? Here, let me put it like this. Your mother's name is Diana. This is affirmative statement. And then the question is, isn't it? Okay, isn't it? The question has to be negative. All right? Andrea, you love to play baseball, don't you? Okay. Is that correct?
I do.
Yes, I do. Correct.
Yes,
So,
I do.
Andrea, you love to play baseball, don't you? Okay, it's an affirmative question. So here again, the first part is affirmative and the question has to be negative because the first part is affirmative. Now, Christy, you like to watch anime, don't you?
No.
No, exactly. No, I don't. So the answer can be no. Or in this case, let me ask you another question. You didn't go to the party, did you? Okay, check this structure. Pay attention. You didn't go to the party. This is a negative statement. Okay, and then the question, did you? The question has to be affirmative. All right? Affirmative. I'm sorry, my bad. So are you guys seeing the logic between behind this? First part, if the first part is affirmative, then the question has to be negative. But if the first part is negative, okay, negative here, then the question has to be affirmative. All right. So let's go ahead and
Yes.
check on some examples here. Good. Some examples real quick so that we can practice and be completely sure of the answers. First one, affirmative statements. You're Lee, aren't you? Okay. You're Lee, aren't you? What about the negative form? You're not Amy, are you? Okay. You are not Amy, are you? She speaks Thai, doesn't she? I don't know you, do I? Okay. Check how we are changing the verb. Here is the verb are. Okay. Here is the verb doesn't, and here is the verb do. Same verb, do. Isn't she? Are we? Okay, verb be. Won't, will. Okay, they'll be here later, won't they? It won't be long, will it? Okay. I'm sorry, there are a lot of rules, aren't there? Are again. He wasn't driving, was he? Okay, he wasn't driving, was he? Mom, we had an accident and we crashed. Oh no, and your brother, how's your brother? He wasn't driving, was he? Yes, he was. Oh no, okay. All right. There isn't any sugar, is there? No, we didn't buy any, did we? Okay. Didn't know, did we? So depending on what verb you are using for the first part of the statement is the verb you are going to use on the question. Okay? I cannot say, you're not Amy, do you? This is incorrect. Okay? Or you are not Amy, were you? I cannot change the modal or the tense of the verb. So I have to keep the same verb in the same tense or the same time of the verb. I hope this is getting very clear for you because we're going to make an exercise now. We're going to do an exercise and I want you to be very ready. Now, I'm going to finish the example so you can see the different verbs we're using. They left. They. Now, see how here I don't have a verb between they and left. So to confirm this type of verbs, I use didn't. Didn't because left is in the past. Okay? They leave, don't they? In the present would be they leave, don't. Okay? But since left is in the past, I have to go with didn't. Okay? And the negative, she hasn't been here long. Has she? Hasn't been. Has she? It's been a great day, hasn't it? You wouldn't do that. Would you? We can also use it with would. Anne would like keto, wouldn't she? He can't speak Japanese, can he? And the last one is they can hear me, can't they? So see how we're using can, would, has, didn't, where, do, etc., etc. Every verb that you can use on the first part of the statement, you can use on the question. All right? So one last thing before we continue, when you use these type of examples, you only need to confirm with the pronouns. For example, Bangkok is in Thailand, isn't it? Okay, you don't say isn't Bangkok. Okay, so you go with the pronoun it. Bangkok is in Thailand, isn't it? Not Bangkok is in Thailand, isn't Bangkok? Is that clear? For example,
Yes.
if I say, Diana studies English. Diana studies English. What is the question for that, the confirmative question for that statement, Diana? Diana studies English.
Isn't she?
Okay, careful. I'm not using the verb be, so we go with doesn't she. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Diana studies, but if I say Diana, Diana is a student.
Okay.
If I say Diana is a student, what is the confirmative question?
Diana isn't a student,
Diana is a student.
isn't she?
Correct. Now we use isn't she. Why? Because I said Diana is a student. Okay? Nice. Now, Andrea. Andrea wasn't at the party. What is the confirmative question here? Andrea wasn't at the party.
Was she?
Correct. And if I say, Andrea would like this color,
Wouldn't she?
wouldn't she? Correct. We don't say wouldn't Andrea, right? We say wouldn't she. Nice job. And Christy, Christy likes to eat shrimp. Okay, Christy likes to eat shrimp. What is the question? Christy likes to eat shrimp. Can you open the mic? Oh, there you go. Christy likes to eat shrimp. What do you think?
No, I don't know.
Okay, don't worry. Christy likes to eat shrimp. I'm not using is or do or was. I'm not using any of those. So when you don't have the verb, you go with the auxiliary do. Okay? So Christy likes to eat shrimp. The question goes for doesn't she?
Doesn't she? Okay.
Doesn't she? Now, if I say Christy is not at school, Christy is not at school. What is the confirmative question? Christy isn't at school.
Christine isn't at school.
The confirmative is she? But because I'm saying Christy isn't at school. Okay? Christy isn't at school, is she? All right. So check how these are just like examples of how can we use these confirmative or tag questions. So I'm going to ask you to go with this exercise really quick. I'm going to give you a few minutes to answer it. Just before I go with that, let me just, there you go. Okay. Take a look at it, answer it, and then I'm going to ask each one of you to help me out with it. All right. And let me know if you have any questions or comments. You can start now. Okay, 1 minute before we finish. Okay, let's go ahead and answer these questions. Andrea, can you help me with number 1, please?
Rob is your manager, isn't he?
Correct. Number 2, Diana?
I turned off the projector, didn't I?
Correct. I turned off the projector, didn't I? We don't have did here, but we're going to use do as an auxiliary verb when we don't see any other verbs, okay? Good job,
Okay.
Diana. Number 3, Christy.
Tim is going to present next, isn't he?
Correct, isn't he? Number 4, Andrea.
She won't be at the meeting before 2, will she?
Will she? Perfect, because I'm sorry. The statement is negative, and we're using won't, which is the negative form of will. So correct. We're gonna go with will she. Nice job, Andrea. Thank you. Next one, Diana.
Yes. We haven't forgotten anything, have we?
Have we? Yes. We haven't forgotten anything, have we? Yes. Now, next one, number 6, Christine.
It was a great day, hasn't it?
Wasn't it? Okay. It was a great day. Wasn't it? Or wasn't it? Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Next one, number 7, Andrea.
The
The agenda
agenda can't be
printed
printed in the business center before 8 a.m. Can it?
Can it? Correct. The agenda can to be printed in the business center before 8 a.m. Can it? Correct. Number 8, Diana, please.
They were explaining the meeting etiquette, weren't they?
Weren't they? Yes. Number 9, Christy.
She wants to be
Addressed.
addressed by her first name, isn't she?
Doesn't she? Okay. Remember, when we don't have is or are or do or does or didn't or whatever, when we don't have an auxiliary verb, we go with the verb do. Okay. In this case, does, because it's for she. So doesn't she? And the last one, Andrea, please.
There was no one here from China, wasn't there?
Wasn't there? There was no one here from China. Oh, careful. There was no one here from China. Was there? I think the confirmative question here would be, there was no one here from China. Wasn't here? No. Was there? I think we're gonna have with this sentence particularly would be like a negative sentence, okay? Even if we don't say wasn't, there was no one, it's talking about no one showing up. So we're gonna have with the corrective, the affirmative question has to be was there, okay? There was no one here from China, was there? Okay, is
Okay.
that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Is it? No, I'm kidding. It's just a confirmation. Okay. Before we finish, very quickly, I just want to remind you the intonation of the tag questions. Okay. Now, we can use them. Rising intonation usually indicates that the speaker is confirming the correctness of information. Okay, when you go up, you are confirming. People use first names here, don't they? Don't they? Okay, don't they? That meeting was great, wasn't it? Okay, up, wasn't it? We're confirming information. It's a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it? Up. Okay? When we go down, falling intonation usually indicates that the speaker expects the listener to agree. Okay, I want you to agree with me. People use first names here, don't they? Don't they? People use first names here, don't they? That meeting was great, wasn't it? Wasn't it? It's a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it? I want you to agree with me. Now, maybe there's no difference if I say it like this or like this. It's the same, let's say it's the same purpose. But let's listen to the examples one last time so you can see the
Questions. Exercise A. Rising intonation usually indicates that the speaker is confirming the correctness of information. Read and listen. Exercise B. Falling intonation usually indicates that the speaker expects the listener to agree. Read and listen.
Okay, let's see if we have it.
1.
People use first names here, don't they?
People use first names here, don't they?
Okay, I think they're backwards, don't they? This one's the first one goes down and the next one goes up.
2.
That meeting was great, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Now we're gonna have wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it?
That meeting was great, wasn't it?
They're backwards, okay? Be careful. They're changed.
3.
It's gonna be this one. Let's pay attention to this one.
It's a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?
Isn't it? Isn't it? And
It's
now
a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?
isn't it? Did you see the differences between the pronunciations? Do you have any questions so far?
Yes. No.
Okay, good job. So with this, we finish or complete the first exercise or the first grammar section of this top-notch number 3. Tomorrow, we're going to continue and talk about the past perfect, and then get a little. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. On Thursday, get a little bit deeper into the rules, the structures, and everything we have to take into consideration when we learn about this stuff. But for now, we finished today's class. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great night. I'm going to share this video with you guys probably later today or early tomorrow if everything goes well. Okay, I'm going to